Hello everybody. I am really hoping this actually works because I'm at work in my lunch break and the Wi-Fi here is really kind of rubbish today, so hopefully this doesn't cut out on me. I decided that I was going to try all the Lay's Do Us a Flavor 15 crisps chips. I'm in American mode now, not British mode. And I would do it on Periscope because why not? Because I'm taking one for the team. Because if any of these are like the cappuccino chips last year, I'm doing you all a favor by trying the flavors. Because wow, that was bad last year. It's interesting. I'm glad that Sandra joined because my friend Sandra is in here. She can confirm that when the Do Us a Flavor in the UK started years ago, I had crisp tasting parties so that we could taste and see what these are all like. So why not continue? Okay, we're going to start with the gyro, which is the Greektown. That would be good, right? The Greektown gyro. I'm going to open them up, see what they're like. Sorry for weird noises, because, you know, smelling them. It's hard to show chips on the camera. Also, I'm using this tripod thing for the first time, so if it kind of like tips over, I'm sorry. Okay, let's have a look. These, so I think these are just the regular chips, I think. I don't think these are, oh yeah, these are the kettle cooked. Can I zoom out? I'll try. I have to move the tripod. Is that better? Is that better? The tripod, cause it's really kind of hard. Yeah. Kettle chips. Okay. Yeah. It's the kettle cooked. I think that was the wasabi ones last year, which, hang on. Just smelling them. Don't really smell like much. Maybe have like a little bit of a garlic smell, which I guess is the tzatziki attempt. The ingredients on the back is like kind of, on all of them, are kind of mystery. Where it'll be like potatoes, vegetable oil, and then like gyro seasoning, as if we know what that is. But, hang on. Contains milk ingredients. I guess that's the tzatziki. Okay, I am going to try these, and I'm really sorry for weird crunching sounds, so I'm going to move the mic just a little bit far from my mouth so you don't hear the weird crunchy. Okay, that's really kind of weird. It's not bad. But it's like, you can taste the cucumber from the tzatziki. And a bit of garlic. But I don't taste the meat at all, which should be like, kind of the point of a gyro. I mean, it's like I can taste the salad, which is kind of interesting, because now as it's like, melting in my mouth, I can almost taste the tomatoes and the lettuce. I'm getting to the Reuben in a minute. We're just tasting the first one, which is the Greektown gyro. It's really kind of interesting. I'm tasting like the lettuce and the tomatoes, and maybe now as it's hitting like an aftertaste, a little bit of like a lamby type flavor, but I'm not sure I would get gyro out of that if I tasted it. It tastes maybe a little bit more like ramen noodles almost. Weird. Yeah, like a gyro is a lot like a kebab, but it definitely tastes like the tzatziki, which is like the cucumber was the first thing that hit my mouth, my taste buds, and then like a garlic, and then almost a lettuce and tomato, and then a little bit of like a lamb. It's weird. Maybe more like the seasoning packet from the ramen. It's just odd. Not bad, but just odd. Okay, let's go for the Reuben, which I can't even... I love Reubens generally, but when I'm trying to think of how they would layer a Reuben chip is kind of odd, because what they have, depending on what part of the country you're in, or what tribe you're in, either pastrami or corned beef, and then rye and sauerkraut and Swiss cheese and Thousand Island dressing. So, yeah. And on the back it just says like Reuben seasoning again, like we know what that is. Okay, and this is just a regular chip, I think. So, okay, again with the noise with opening it. Hang on, sorry. I'm gonna take a drink so I'm not confusing flavors with my trusty TARDIS mug. Hang on. Okay. Alright, just a regular chip. Yep, make a thank you for the hearts. Alright, let's have a go. I gotta move this again a little bit away from, oh, interesting smell to it. Kind of a tangy smell. I think that's supposed to be like the dressing. In Britain they have Worcester sauce, or as yeah, and behind the truffle it's Southern biscuits and gravy. So those are the four. In the UK they have a chip crisp for Worcester sauce, or Worcestershire as Americans like to say, and this is what this one smells like. A lot like that. So try it. Hang on. Okay. That is a really complicated chip. That tastes like a Reuben. That's really complicated. They've gotten the rye on that. I'm kind of impressed that they've managed to get that so layered. It's definitely got a rye taste. I can taste the tang of the dressing. Just a subtlety of like a... I can't, it's not quite a sauerkraut, but it's something which you could be like, okay, that's sort of like a kraut. So it's not enough to put people who don't like sauerkraut off. So it's got like maybe like a, like something briny that might be almost pickly. I don't really taste like a meat, but that's okay because there's enough of the flavors going on. Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't hate it, but I like it enough. I mean, I like Reubens, and I think that's pretty successful. Weird. Definitely weird, but pretty good. If you don't like rye, you're probably not going to like it, but it's subtle enough that it's not overpowering. Interesting. I would have thought that would have been like the disaster of the group, kind of like the cappuccino chips of last year, but oh, it's pretty good. All right. Going on to the Wavy West Coast truffle fries, which sounds on the basis this year's cheese fry, garlic fry, which they always seem to have in the mix and pretty much always wins. So let's see. I'm gonna just take a drink again because there's an awful lot of rye and Swiss cheese on my mouth. Okay. Okay, now these are definitely the ones the most visually where you can see something going on. You got like the parsley or going in the ridges. Smell wise, kind of truffle maybe is not the best smell to carry with you in a bag of chips. Like collectively it kind of tastes like old mushroom. Look. I like mushrooms, but old mushroom maybe not so much coming out of a bag. You got like the Parmesan smell and the truffle together is kind of rank. But here we go. But it tastes pretty good. But, you know, it's pretty much just... Sorry. Yeah. Christopher gives us my husband. He hates cheese, so this is kind of like the nightmare for him. But it pretty much tastes like garlic bread, though. So, didn't they already have like a cheesy garlic bread? This is pretty much that same exact flavor profile, so I don't understand how that's any different. But, I mean, if that won, you can pretty much imagine this is probably going to win too, right? Seems like the safe bet, just with... I mean, first of all, I don't know what makes truffle fries West Coast. I mean, I'm on the West Coast. I didn't really even realize we had truffle fries. I mean, garlic fries would have been interesting, but that's still garlic on potato. Okay. And last but not least, Southern biscuits and gravy, which I'm going to predict tastes like pepper. But, and this one says, as potatoes, vegetable oil, and biscuits and gravy seasoning. Like, we know what that is. Okay. Ugh. Notice how it's like all this bag for like next to nothing chips in that one. Just smelling it, and it doesn't either. It smells like pepper. I mean, to be fair, it smells like gravy, like country gravy for biscuits and gravy. But it doesn't look like anything. You can't really see any special seasoning. A little bit of black pepper, but that's just about it. All right, now have a go. Moving the mic a little bit away from my mouth. Okay, that's pretty good. It is, however, just a black pepper chip. So, if you've ever had like a black pepper chip, I know other brands have like just salt and black pepper chips. That is exactly what that is. I mean, it's really good, but it's nothing innovative. I mean, of all the flavors, I'm pretty sure. I'm surprised if Lay's doesn't have a black pepper chip already. I mean, I'm trying to think of which brand does, but I know one does. But of all the 4 flavors that we've tried, which for those of you coming in is Southern biscuits and gravy, New York Reuben, not bland, but it's not super spicy. But it's just got like a little. It's like extra seasoning. It's like instead of salt, there's pepper. But there's other brands that have the pepper and they're good. It's not overly peppered, so it's not spicy. Because like some brands do pepper, but it's to be spicy. It's not spicy, which is good. But it's just not. It's not innovative. I've seen it on the market before. Not really a gravy thing going on. New York Reuben, West Coast truffle fries, and the gyro. Of the 4 of them, I guess the 2 most innovative is the gyro and the Reuben, but I didn't really think the gyro was all that successful because, well, it certainly, they were interesting, but I wasn't over, like, again, like in the UK, we have a roast chicken crisps and chips crisps. Sorry, it just gets confused in my head. And that's really good. I thought it was kind of this similar. So, I mean, maybe it wasn't just so new to me, but it was okay. But I thought that Roscoe's should have branded it and put it up. Yeah. I didn't like the. It's like when I didn't really, I'm Pennsylvania Dutch, so the chicken and waffles I grew up with is different chicken and waffles than the Southern and like Roscoe's out here, so I never really put syrup on it, so it's a weird concept to me to begin with, so. The gyros one, it was different, but it was kind of weird because there's a lot of flavors going on, and it's all kind of salad, which is just odd, so, maybe they could have used it for like a BLT flavor. They put like a bacon flavor in there instead of lamb. That maybe since they've seemed to have like the layering of vegetables down, that would have been interesting. Or like a club sandwich or something, that would be interesting. But the lamb, which I love lamb, kind of gets lost in it. But since they've figured out how to do that, maybe they'll bring it on in another year. The Reuben is definitely, as far as figuring out how to layer flavors, is probably my favorite. It has a lot of different flavors all in one chip. I think that's actually pretty successful. If you like Reubens, you're probably going to like this chip. Which, I mean, if you're like me and put chips on your sandwich, if you put this chip on a Reuben, that's kind of meta. It could be interesting. And, I don't know, the truffle fries were it was just a cheese and garlic fry. And not even that much garlic, so it really was just a cheese fry, which probably means it's going to win. I mean, the only difference between that and like the other one is that it's wavy, really, the garlic bread. And the Southern biscuits and gravy wasn't bad. It was just pepper fries and just a little less pepper than the normal like black pepper fries. So, so there you go. I mean, if any of those sound good, go try them and vote. But if any of them sound bad, just remember that I took it for the team. But yeah, I did actually. I tasted, I will bring them over. I did taste the Swiss cheese. It was really weird. It's like the first hit I get is the Reuben. For the Reuben is like the rye, and then it's like get like a tangy from the dressing, and then there's definitely a richness, which is the cheese. It's weird. And like where I didn't outrightly taste the kraut, there's definitely a brine somewhere in there, like a note that it's hitting. And it's interesting that they put like a pickle on the bag, because maybe that's the note I'm hitting without it being overly pickly. I really liked it. I mean, I like a Reuben anyway. That's my favorite sandwich. So I think that was really successful. I mean, it'll be interesting if outside of those of us who like pickles and sauerkraut and rye, if it'll do very well, but I suspect on the East Coast that might do pretty good. Thumbs up for me on that. I think I would vote for the Reuben, because if nothing else, they figured out how to really layer a flavor. It's like if I was in Willy Wonka and you're chewing the gum like Violet, that would be when you're like, tastes like a beef dinner, and then suddenly you turn into a Reuben instead of a blueberry. But, okay, I am going to go eat the rest of my lunch because I can't just have 4 chips. And, but thank you for listening. Give me lots of hearts, and I will be back later today probably reviewing something else. Thank you. It'd be interesting if you try them yourselves and let me know if you agree. I would love to hear that. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter with the same name, and hopefully follow me here, and I'll probably follow you back and watch your broadcast. That'd be great. Okay. Have a good day, and I get to go back to work now. Yay. Bye, Sandra. I miss you guys lots. Bye.